Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are doing great. Today we're going to be making a card using this paper craft set from Deco Time, but it says NAM Creative on the back. I got this from the Dollar Tree. It has some die cut paper, so these are supposed to be cut out. Two 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper, and then we have these right here, smaller size. We have some tags, sticker sheet, some rope, and wood. I'm gonna maybe use the Tropical Collection sentiments, and then Jen Hatfield from Tuesday morning when they were open. I thought we could maybe use some of these little tropical things in there. So let me go ahead and open this thing up for you so we can see what's going on. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. This is the sheet that they gave us, which a lot of people do use these in some of their projects, which is fun. This is the sticker sheet. It says Aloha, be a pineapple, stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet on the inside. Pineapples are usually very delicious, I must admit. Then we got these little tags. There's 8 of them. Then we have these sheets. You could just cut these in half, I guess, for some card fronts. And then we have these little, they're not thick. These are very thin um, die cuts. And then we have these right here. It says happy birthday, friends forever, happy day. We got a pelican, some parrots. That's not a pelican. Flamingo, parrot, these birds. Is this not a, what is this bird? I don't know. I don't know. What is it, aviary? I'm not that. I don't know. Then we got this, which is very pretty. And then we had this. This looks really almost like they took a picture of an actual animal and kind of made it not look like an actual animal. I don't know if that makes sense. What are these ringtail monkeys? I don't know. I need to start going to the zoo apparently because your friend over here is struggling with identifying animals that she knows. Well, I don't know if I ever knew what this is. I feel like this is a toucan. Is this not a toucan? I don't know. And if it's not Toucan Sam, the bird from the Fruit Loops, has messed me up. Then okay, so look, let's go with let's find us some. See, embrace your inner flamingo. So we're gonna go with the flamingo. Okay. I don't know how it's gonna look. I'm just thinking out loud and to myself at the same time. I don't even know how you can do that, but that's what's going on right now. So if I do this, if I cut this down, right, it's gonna have to be a horizontal card, landscape. Um, this does not go. I just want to put that out there. That doesn't go with it. Aloha won't work either. Let's see though. I could use embrace your inner flamingo. No, that was pineapple. All right, I got an idea. All right, so I cut this paper down for landscape because the paper is more landscape than portrait. These are toucans. I am not changing that thought. And then what I thought we would do is put this big toucan here. When I used to craft in my actual craft space instead of taking over an area downstairs, I used to do it on my cell phone, and I used to look through the phone as I craft it, but now I have a different setup because I do a few different things at this particular spot where I'm at right now. And I always have to make sure that the camera isn't going in and out. So I do apologize if you've watched any videos where the camera doesn't focus properly. The problem with redoing videos for crafts, if you only have one craft, it's impossible to really redo that video. Is this going to work? It is not going to work. Okay, no worries. Sometimes you wake up and you have an idea, and then sometimes you wake up and you think you have an idea, but you really don't have an idea. You know what I'm saying? So we could turn this thing this way. So let's see. We're not going to use this because it's not going to work. But let's see if Miss Jane can help us, or Jen. Because these have white. This pattern is so bold, in my opinion. It's kind of hard. Let's see. Would be good if I had to turn it the right way. Yesterday was my son's promotion ceremony at school. It went good. Well, better than expected. No, it went well. This is called Chase Adventure, and not like the credit card. Let's see, Chasing Adventure. So I think I have an idea. I don't know how well it's going to be executed though. Let's see. All right. You're fabulous. You're my sunshine. Life's a beach. Embrace your inner flamingo. Happiness. I'm gonna go with happiness. This card is not shaping up the way I want it to shape up. So give me a second. All right. So I think I got it. We went back to the thinking board. We got this cute paper. We got this flamingo. I'm going to use Embrace Your Inner Flamingo. We have a thunderstorm warning coming here. Uh, 2 days ago, was it Monday night? Today is Wednesday. I think it was Monday night. We had a tornado warning in our area. It rained throughout the night. It was just crazy raining. And yesterday it seemed like nothing had happened. I'm going to use this gray because yesterday we used it and it didn't make it too stand outy. You know what? No, I think I want to make it stand outy. So hold on, let's do this. And I think these are what is the word? I'm so sorry. I can't think of the word. They're not photopolymer acrylic. I think they're acrylic stamps. While they do have some brands that they make that are not acrylic. Um, these are, I believe. Okay, looks okay. I feel like this is one of those sentiments where you say something silly on the outside, embrace your inner flamingo, and then you write and say, you can do it. Don't be afraid to stand tall, challenge, rise to the occasion, and become better than how you feel you are. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, let's hope this pink can be overpowered. The pink can overpower this brown. Tomorrow's the last day of school. I'm so happy. And it's really sad in a way because all the people that I consider to be my friends, they are taking their kids out of the school. Um, and my son is kind of left in a holding pattern because I don't know if I want to take him out. No, 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 I want to take him out. But I don't know if he'll do better at the other school. And the only way you'll know that is if you do it right. So you gotta try. But I'm just kind of on the fence about it. Like, do I take him out? He has to learn all the new stuff from other people. Is that going to be beneficial for him? Will he thrive? But at the same time, I'm like, I need to see. I cut this down too short. What was I thinking? I need to see if he can actually do the things that I know that he's capable of doing without me losing my mind. Every time something happens, I'll ask him about it, and he's like, I didn't do it. Or, he's going through that phase of not always telling the truth all the time, and that is getting on my nerves as well. I don't like that at all. All right, I think it's coming together, and I need to hurry up because my craft lunch is falling down around me, and yeah, not very good. Let's go ahead and do this. I did not bring that scraper to the table. I had a lot going on yesterday, so the teacher sent out a message yesterday and was like, if you could, not me, to the parents, tomorrow, we're having fun day, blah, 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 blah. The, it would be nice, or the kids would like, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, okay, I could go to the Dollar Tree and grab some puzzles, 100 piece or 500 piece. And so I wrote, I said, exactly what are you wanting? I can grab puzzles, but is it anything specific that you want? And she writes me back and say, well, the kids have been wanting magnetic puzzle tiles. The magnetic pieces, you know what I'm talking about? They're magnetic, they stick together, and you can build some magnetic building blocks, right? And I was like, okay, because I was like, I could just go and get them today and have my son take it tomorrow, which would be Wednesday for Thursday, which is the last day of school, right? And then I was like, oh, that wouldn't be really a lot of fun because they only get to do it one day, and I'm under the impression that it's going to be fun day today and tomorrow, right? So I'm not sure. So I leave out the house last night at like 7:30 ish maybe. We go to the Ross. They don't have the magnetic tiles. We go to Five and Below. They don't have the magnetic tiles. Um, that's where we originally were gonna go first is to Five and Below. But then we go to Ross. It's on a little strip mall. We go to Ross, Five Below, and got home, it was like 9 o'clock. It was too late for that. So I ended up going to the Dollar Tree as well, and I got that. And I had asked one of my friends because they were out. I said, "Hey, can you check and see um, what kind of card games they have?" And I was like, "It needs to be, I want to get more than one game for them." I was like, you know, less than $5. And so she grabbed something for me. And then I'm sitting here thinking about this whole situation, right? I'm like, did you really just run over town for this thing? Because I don't expect for her to give them back to my son tomorrow after school. Um, I feel like that's a class thing, even though we're not going to be in that class next year, right? So then I started like, and I had told my friend, I was like, that is an expensive request. Magnetic blocks, if you look them up at different places, they cost different amounts of money. The funny thing is, my son, I go to the thrift store. I told y'all that before. I thrift, and I got him some for like 15 bucks. And it's like two or three sets in there. It's not one set, which is what I'm going to be buying from them. And that one set is expensive at the big box store. So I was thinking if Five and Below had some, I can get two sets for $5. No, nope, they did not. They did not have them at all. So now, after I drop him off, I'm gonna go to the Walmart. Actually, I may just go to the Dollar Tree and get some more puzzles and go across the street to the grocery. I'll go to the grocery store that's across the street from the Dollar Tree and see if they have them, and then go to Walmart if they don't, and do it like that, and be done with this whole situation. Because at the beginning of the year, I always tell the teachers, if you need any volunteers, you need any of this, you need any of that, please let me know. It's a flood warning. I'm sorry about that beeping. They never do until the very end, or when it's an inconvenience for B, right? So, yeah. And so yesterday when they had the award ceremony, my son's father was like, he's going to get this award. I was like, he's not going to get that award. He's not going to get that award. And so he was like, well, why not? I said, because he's not. Um, which he did not get the award at all, because my son doesn't understand going past the mark, right? Unless it's something that he really wants. And I wasn't going to force him. I wasn't going to push him. I wanted to make sure that he did the required lessons. And that was that. Because I wanted him to learn that sometimes you got to do more, right? You got to do a little bit more, um, versus just stopping at the finish line. If they give you extra credit, you want to do the extra credit. And I told him that before, because now he's in the third grade, but he's going to the fourth now. I was like, when you get an option to do something, even if you don't like it, but it's going to help improve your grade, you take that option. And so yesterday we were in the car, and he was talking about some of his classmates that had got other award, more awards and things like that. And I was like, that's because you didn't try. You didn't give more than you could. And I was like, that's something that you got to learn. That has to be learned if you don't have that innate ability already. You know what I'm saying? Um, okay. All right. So here we are. This is our completed card. Blank on the inside. A little bit on the heavy side as well. So that's always fun. It has a little bit of weight to it. It's not like light and fluffy. But it just says embrace your inner flamingo. And you can see we had a flamingo. You watch me do the card. But It's always good to give somebody something. Now, what does embracing your inner flamingo mean? I have no idea. If you know, let me know in the comment section. I hope to see you very soon. Until next time, happy crafting.